Good morning, traders, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setup for today. So yesterday the US was pretty much a market that was open. Ended up with a bit of a range bar, very much up and down, and nothing really, no fireworks per se. Now, there's one thing that I want to highlight here, which I think we need to really be cognizant of at the moment. So, first thing is this Fibonacci. So, the Fibonacci off this leg at the moment. So we had a move down, pullback, and then a second leg. So this second leg Fibonacci, we are currently at the 61.8. Okay, just breaking through it at the moment. If I extend this, I suppose the other thing to do is 73.6 is the swing low here. But if we extend this up to the full move, and this basically be the weekly picture, we are at the 50% Fibonacci. Okay, so the important thing right now is where we are now is a fairly strong level. There's our 61.8, and we've got a 200 EMA here. So the potential for us to move, and sorry, we've also got a gap here. So the potential for us to move another 2,700 odd points is fairly strong, but you've also got to bear in mind that we are at a fairly significant level at the moment, being the 50% Fibonacci. Okay, and look at my oscillators. My oscillators are still grouping to the upside. You can see when they crossed here, we had a fairly strong move to the downside, although in context it's not that strong. This was a flag break. What is the flag break target? 61.8. Okay, so there is potential for us to be moving to the upside. And the last thing here, and I want us to keep in the back of our minds, is we are currently in a fairly well-defined wedge on the daily. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3 touches. 3 touches is a triangle. This is a triangle, basically what it is. So it's a triangle consolidation pattern, which 9 times out of 10 breaks the downside. Or should we rather say 8 times out of 10, because it does break occasionally to the opposite side that you think it's going to go. So, what is the story for today? I think, quite simply, the trend is currently up. We've just closed a gap, but it's after house close, so I would expect us to retest this area or hang around in this area until at least an hour before the US Open. We are at a 50% Fibonacci, which is a fairly strong level. Okay, and as I said, the trend is up. Moving averages up. We're above the 200 EMA at the moment. Only thing that's concerning me again is my oscillators are starting to group to the upside. Okay, and you can see whenever they group to the upside, we have a pullback. See there, we had a bit of a double top. There, lots of diversions. This pattern here still worries me because we didn't quite break below it, but we could still be setting up a head and shoulders. We need to get above this high of last week for that to be mitigated completely. So for now, there is a potential that this thing rolls, and then you've got a shoulder here, you've got a head, and then we've got a shoulder. Okay, so this high of last week, and I think if I can just make this one a different color, let's just make it an orange, I think. Yeah. So that is our 50% Fibonacci. Okay, so just start drilling down through the time frames. See the sellers coming in off that level at the moment. Look at my oscillators on the hour. Okay, I don't want to be chasing longs here. I want to be looking for a retracement and then get long again, or I want to take a stab at a short. Okay, so that's kind of the setup that we see at the moment, and I just want to go back down just to highlight a few things on price action from yesterday. Yesterday, price action was all over the place except for this area here where we had this pin bar. Okay, now I'm just going to come down to 12-minute chart because that's pretty much what we are trading right now. So we had off a 200 EMA on the 12-minute, 1, 2, 3, 4 touches here, okay, and then we had a crossover of the moving averages, a pullback to come and test them, and then a long. So there was a long off this level here. Fairly stressful one because it stayed like this for a long time, pretty much until a couple of hours before open, and then rallied. The rally was short-lived, and we had this fairly strong move down, a second move down, but there was another buying opportunity down here. Okay, and you can see the price action. Pin bar, inside bar, pull back, looking for my second signal. There's my second signal there. Red bar, inside bar, little range bar with confirmation, those three together. And then I still got a third here, which is what I call story of threes, which is three tails to the downside, and normally shaped in a V like this or shaped upwards because it's basically the beginning of an upward trend line. And then you had a move to the upside. Okay, targets were short-lived, and now after hours we've got this that's happening right now, and we've got a grouping of all our oscillators. And I think the important thing here is to watch the oscillators. So grouping here, okay, buyers came in, you can see they start grouping, take my profit. Early this morning, off a level, the 200 EMA, crossed far apart, and a fairly strong rally. I mean, after hours rally of almost 400 points. Okay, what's happened now? Oscillators group the upside, and we're off a fairly strong level. So I reckon we'll be coming back down during the European session at the moment. So this is an area for me to be looking for shorts, and how I'm going to do that is off this level here. Let's make that blue again. Okay, so I'm looking for a break below. I've got a break below. Probably going to come back and test 50% before getting back in, but I'll look for this setup during the European session. I'm not really interested in it right now. Okay, so that's my view at the moment. I'm anticipating a rejection off this level down. US market open, I probably reckon we'll have another bit of a rally, follow suit here, come and test the level. If we do start dropping below this 23,167, that is the area that I would then say, right, we have a potential trend change. Okay, there are smaller wedges at play here as well, which we did break through yesterday, and we could argue that it's being retested. I'm just going to have to delete all the noise for us and just zoom in a little bit here. Okay, so we have a bit of a wedge there, breakout, retest. I could see this is our second retest. Okay, if I come to the 3 hour, you'll see it a bit clearer, and I can actually extend this down a little bit more, and I can bring this down a little bit more as well. Okay, so fairly strong wedge there that has broken, and if you look at the amount of touches that this thing had, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's fairly significant for me anyway. So I'm seriously looking for any sign of weakness here during the European Open. That's going to trigger a short, and the stop is going to be fairly close. I mean, as it is now, your stop is 100 odd points. Okay, but I do anticipate we'll come back here, or we'll range a bit, or even pop up a bit higher before consolidating, and then look for the price action when there's actually volumes being traded. Okay, anyway guys, that's my view at the moment. Probably a bit of a pullback, then a bit of a rally again during the US session. Pay attention to these Fibonacci levels because I think they are going to be key at the moment. Hope it helps, and we'll catch you later. Cheers for now.